the global financial landscape is at a pivotal juncture. After decades of US dollar dominance and Western economic influence, a paradigm shift is underway, one that promises to redefine how the world conducts business, trades, and invests. This change is not only about new financial policies or emerging market trends, but also about rethinking the very structure of the global economic order. Among the countries making moves to influence this shift, Malaysia stands out. Known for its rich cultural history and rapidly advancing economy, Malaysia has now taken a monumental step by joining BRICS, a bloc that is reshaping global financial and geopolitical dynamics. This bold move marks the beginning of a new economic era, one in which Malaysia seeks to leverage its position within BRICS to carve out a prosperous future in the evolving global system. While Malaysia's decision to join BRICS is undoubtedly strategic, it also represents an emerging global narrative that is as much about reshaping alliances as it is about empowering developing nations. Malaysia's entry into BRICS speaks volumes about the country's aspirations, not just to expand its economic base, but to assert itself as an essential player in the new global order, one where the voice of the global south is heard loud and clear. This video explores the multifaceted dimensions of Malaysia's decision to join BRICS, with an emphasis on the de-dollarization movement, the broader implications for global finance, and Malaysia's prospects in this evolving system. From trade relations to digital finance and beyond, Malaysia's membership in BRICS could very well be the catalyst for a transformative shift in the way the world does business. BRICS is not merely a modern economic bloc. It is a direct challenge to the post-World War II financial order dominated by the West. The origins of BRICS lie in the growing recognition that the global economic system, which emerged after the Second World War, was designed to serve the interests of the United States and Europe. As the global economy became more interconnected, a group of emerging markets, led by Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, sought to challenge this hegemony by building an alternative economic framework. The bloc was formed on the belief that the world needed a new system, one that better represented the interests of developing nations. BRICS was initially seen as a collective of large emerging economies with immense untapped potential. Economies with rapidly growing populations and markets. Over time, BRICS has expanded its scope beyond economics, seeking political influence as well. As Malaysia joins BRICS, it is entering an alliance that stands at the crossroads of reforming the international financial system and promoting more equitable global development. The BRICS countries collectively represent more than 40% of the global population and around 25% of the world's GDP. These numbers make BRICS an economic powerhouse, and its influence continues to grow. By joining this bloc, Malaysia is aligning itself with countries that are increasingly making their voices heard in global forums, from trade to security, climate change, and beyond. One of the core elements of BRICS is its desire to challenge the financial dominance of the West. The United States has been the dominant global financial power since the end of World War II, with the US dollar serving as the world's primary reserve currency. The rise of BRICS is an assertion that the global financial system should be more inclusive, fair, and balanced. By joining BRICS, Malaysia is signaling that it too wants to be a part of this rebalancing of power, contributing to the design of a new economic framework. The US dollar has long been the dominant currency in global finance. This began in the post-World War II era when the Bretton Woods Agreement established the dollar as the central currency in international trade. Since then, the US has used its currency to exert economic influence worldwide, with countries holding US dollars in reserves to facilitate trade, investment, and financial transactions. However, this dominance has come under increasing scrutiny. As the global economy has become more interconnected, the risks associated with a single currency system have become more apparent. Countries that rely heavily on the US dollar are at the mercy of American economic policies, such as interest rate decisions, inflation management, and government debt levels. These policies, often tailored to benefit the US economy, can have destabilizing effects on other countries. De-dollarization is the process by which countries move away from using the US dollar in international transactions. This has become a key strategy for countries seeking to increase their financial independence and reduce their vulnerability to US economic decisions. For countries like Russia and China, which have long been critical of US economic policies, de-dollarization represents a way to mitigate risks related to sanctions and trade imbalances. For Malaysia, joining BRICS is an important step in participating in this broader movement. De-dollarization involves several strategies, such as using local currencies for bilateral trade, promoting regional currencies like the Chinese yuan, and developing new international payment systems. Malaysia's decision to join BRICS will allow it to participate more actively in these efforts, reducing its dependency on the dollar and increasing its financial sovereignty. One of the key strategies in de-dollarization is to promote the use of local currencies in international trade. This reduces the demand for the US dollar and helps to establish regional financial systems. For example, China has been pushing for the internationalization of the yuan, while Russia has been negotiating local currency trade agreements with its BRICS partners. Malaysia could potentially follow suit by using its own currency, the ringgit, in trade with other BRICS nations, thus decreasing its reliance on the dollar. New financial platforms are also being developed to facilitate these changes. The BRICS bloc has launched the New Development Bank, NDB, and the Contingent Reserve Arrangement, CRA, which provide alternative sources of financing to developing countries without relying on US-dominated financial institutions like the World Bank and IMF. These institutions allow BRICS countries to settle payments and finance projects in their local currencies, bypassing the US dollar. Malaysia has long been a key player in the Southeast Asian economy. By joining BRICS, Malaysia gains access to a market that encompasses over 3 billion people. This is a significant opportunity for Malaysian businesses, which now have the potential to expand their reach into some of the world's most dynamic and rapidly growing economies. For example, Malaysia has significant trade ties with China and India, and joining BRICS will only strengthen these relationships. Malaysia's position in BRICS also enables it to be part of the bloc's broader initiatives aimed at increasing intra-BRICS trade and investment. This could lead to enhanced cooperation in sectors like technology, energy, infrastructure, and agriculture. In addition to economic benefits, Malaysia's membership in BRICS increases its geopolitical influence. As a member of the BRICS bloc, Malaysia's voice is amplified in global discussions on issues such as climate change, sustainable development, trade, and security. Malaysia's strategic location in Southeast Asia also positions it as a bridge between BRICS nations and the broader Asia-Pacific region, giving it an influential role in shaping the future of global trade and security. One of the most exciting prospects for Malaysia in joining BRICS is the potential for increased investment in infrastructure projects. BRICS countries are committed to funding large-scale infrastructure initiatives through the New Development Bank. Malaysia could stand to benefit from these projects, particularly in areas like energy, transportation, and telecommunications. These investments would not only stimulate Malaysia's economy, but also help the country modernize its infrastructure to meet the demands of a 21st-century economy. While the benefits of de-dollarization are clear, the path to achieving it is complex and fraught with challenges. The US dollar has been deeply entrenched in the global financial system for decades, and shifting away from it will require careful planning and collaboration among BRICS nations and beyond. A key challenge is building global trust in alternative currencies and financial platforms. Without the liquidity, stability, and widespread acceptance of local currencies, de-dollarization will not succeed. Resistance from the West, the United States and other Western powers may resist these efforts, given that the US dollar has been the cornerstone of its economic influence. Washington has historically used its control over the dollar to impose sanctions and exert geopolitical pressure on countries. A move towards de-dollarization would weaken this control, which could lead to pushback from the West. The US may also seek to undermine alternative payment systems and financial institutions in an attempt to preserve the dollar's dominance. A multipolar world of finance. The future of global finance is one in which the US dollar no longer holds exclusive dominance. As more countries adopt local currencies and new payment systems, the global financial system will become more diversified. Malaysia is well positioned to take a leading role in this transformation, thanks to its strategic membership in BRICS and its growing economic and technological capabilities. Technological innovation and digital finance. In the coming years, Malaysia could become a leader in digital finance. BRICS countries are investing heavily in new financial technologies, from blockchain to digital currencies. Malaysia, with its thriving tech industry, could capitalize on these trends to develop its digital finance sector. Additionally, Malaysia's efforts to reduce reliance on the US dollar could pave the way for the widespread adoption of alternative digital currencies, further solidifying its role in the evolving financial system. Sustainable development and green finance. Malaysia's commitment to sustainable development aligns well with BRICS's broader goals of environmental responsibility. By participating in BRICS's green finance initiatives, Malaysia could attract investment in clean energy and sustainable infrastructure projects. As the world faces increasing environmental challenges, Malaysia's involvement in these efforts will help shape a greener, more sustainable future. Rebalancing global power. Malaysia's decision to join BRICS is not just about economic growth or geopolitical strategy. It is a statement about the future of global finance. As Malaysia embraces de-dollarization and deepens its ties with BRICS countries, it will be at the forefront of a new economic era. The world's financial systems are evolving, and Malaysia's participation in this process will shape the future of global trade, investment, and currency systems. As BRICS continues to expand and strengthen its influence, Malaysia will play a central role in this transformation. The future of finance is becoming more diverse, resilient, and inclusive, and Malaysia is ready to lead the charge toward a more equitable global financial system.